News came out that Simone Biles is pulling out of the floor competition also, in addition to the uneven bars and the vault competition. So we'll discuss that. And we want to welcome everybody on our social media platforms to the African History Network show. It's Sunday, August 1st, 2021, and we are live. I'm your host, Brother Michael Imhotep. Um, Simone Biles has had to pull out of the floor competition. U.S. gymnastics superstar Simone Biles had to withdraw from the final floor event, USA Gymnastics said on Sunday. That leaves Biles only one event left to possibly compete in, the balance beam contest on Tuesday. We know she's focusing in on her mental health. Mental health is extremely important. We're going to give you an update on that. A couple of days ago, she said that she was basically suffering from the twisties. Okay. And we have a clip from the Today Show that deals with what the twisties are. It's very, very serious. And it deals with when a gymnast does not know where they are space wise when they're in the air, and it can be something that's deadly. You can break your neck, paralyze yourself. This is different than a basketball player. This is different than a football player. Even though football is dangerous, this is extremely dangerous. Okay, so we'll give you an update on what's going on with Simone Biles. And we'll talk about what are the twisties as well. Also, other gymnasts have been weighing in to defend Simone Biles. And I know Dominique Dawes, um, um, Olympian Dominique Dawes, who was the first African American to win a gold medal for gymnastics, male or female. She's weighed in and basically said that what Simone is suffering from is serious, and how things are different today because you have social media and people can weigh in on social media, attack you through social media as well. But she said, Dominique Dawes said she was happy that someone like a Simone Biles can put her mental health above performing. So we'll discuss that. Then Attorney Benjamin Crump. Friday we talked about how Attorney Benjamin Crump is suing pharmaceutical companies on behalf of the family of Henrietta Lacks. And Henrietta Lacks was an African-American woman who died of cervical cancer at 31 years old. And she was a poor tobacco farmer from Virginia. And part of her sales were used for different breakthroughs, medical breakthroughs, developing the polio vaccine, in vitro fertilization, etc. Well, Attorney Benjamin Crump is also filing a lawsuit on behalf of African-American women. And this is huge. Have you heard about this? Attorney Benjamin Crump is filing a lawsuit against Johnson & Johnson on behalf of Black women over powder causing cancer, over Johnson & Johnson baby powder. Okay, have you heard about this? He spoke to thegrio.com. CBS News has an article about this, as well as ABC News. Benjamin Crump is filing the lawsuit on behalf of the National Council of Negro Women, alleging that Johnson & Johnson targeted sales of talcum powder products to Black women, knowing concerns that it could cause ovarian cancer. Okay, we're going to talk about this. And also Candace Kelly, my friend Candace Kelly, who's a legal correspondent on the Black News Channel, discussed this as well. We're on sometimes we're panelists on Roland Martin Unfiltered together. but Candace Kelly discussed this also. So we're going to share that story with you. Benjamin Crump files Johnson & Johnson lawsuit on behalf of Black women over powder causing cancer. And one of the things that they're saying in this lawsuit is that Johnson & Johnson targeted African American women and targeted overweight African American women as well for baby powder usage. So we'll discuss that. That's serious. We'll discuss that. And then I've been talking about this 4-day march, this 27-mile 4-day march across Texas that has been taking place, led by Reverend William Barber III and Beto O'Rourke out of Texas. The march has concluded. Roland Martin was down in Texas broadcasting live and interviewing people. We talked about this on Roland Martin Unfiltered on Friday. Okay, so we're going to discuss some of that as well. We'll play a excerpt because we discussed that on the panel. And this is fighting for voting rights. This is fighting for the People Act. And you know, this is a serious fight. Willie Nelson was there on Saturday performing. And one of the things that we asked on the show Friday, on Roland Martin Unfiltered Friday, one of the things that we asked is, where are the rest of the celebrities when you had the killing of George Floyd in May of 2020, and then you had the protests out in the streets. You had all the people, you had celebrities commenting on it, things like this. But celebrities have largely been silent when it comes to this attack on voting rights. Celebrities have largely been silent. Okay, so we're going to discuss that as well. Okay, so on the African History Network show, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right knowledge corrects wrong behavior. What you do for yourself, what you do to yourself, and what you allow other people to do to you and get away with is based upon what you think about yourself. What you think about yourself is based upon what you have been taught about yourself. What you've been taught about yourself is based upon everything you've read, heard, and seen about yourself. So when you control the radius of a man or woman's thoughts, you can control the circumference of his or her actions, because the mind can't do or teach what it doesn't know. Now, we deal with a number of different topics here on the African History Network show. We deal with current events and politics and history, economic empowerment, entrepreneurship, relationships, love, sex, health issues, and much, much more. Sign up for our email newsletter. Text the word Kemet, K-E-M-E-T, to 22828 to sign up for our email newsletter. Text the word Kemet, K-E-M-E-T, to 22828 to sign up for our email newsletter. Also visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. You can sign up for the email newsletter there as well. I taught my online course this weekend, two classes, from the Civil War to the Black Power move, from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power. 1865 to 1968. That's a fantastic class. You can still register for this 10-week online course where we go through each class and analyze a 10-year period of history and look at what happened after slavery ended. We look at the Reconstruction era. We look at advancements African Americans were making and how these advancements were being reversed, and also the attack on voting rights. And we see the attack on voting rights in the 1868 with the Opelousas Massacre of 1868. We see it in 1870. We see it in 1876 with the Texas State Constitution of 1876. We see this attack throughout history. And we see the Jim Crow laws instituted in the poll taxes and the literacy test, which is why you needed a Voting Rights Act in 1965. That's why you needed the Voting Rights Act in 1965. And all this is, we see these Jim Crow 2.0 tactics being used today in Georgia and Texas, especially these former Confederate states. Okay, so we're dealing with a lot of these same fights all over again. So one of the concepts we really don't understand is protecting gains that were made. We don't understand the concept of protecting gains that were made, because people are always trying to take things away from you. People are always trying to take you back. All right, so we'll talk about that as well. If you want to support the African History Network, you can do so. $ the AHN show through Cash App, $ the AHN show through Cash App. Also through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show, paypal.me/the AHN show. This helps us keep broadcasting, keep doing the research, keep broadcasting 6 days a week, pay some of the bills, etc. All right. And also visit our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. And this is our official Cash App account, $ the AHN show, SHOW. And it shows my name there, Michael, and shows my picture as well. These other ones are fake African History Network Cash App accounts. Okay, so we're coming up here on a break. Calling numbers 313-778-7600. 313-778-7600 is the call-in number. If you have a question or comment, 313-778-7600. When we come back from the break, we'll go to the story dealing with Simone Biles pulling out of the latest competition, which is the floor competition. And we'll talk about what are the twisties and what's going on with Simone Biles, who is the greatest of all time. Don't be mistaken. She is the greatest of all time. Listen to the African History Network show right here on 910 a.m. Superstation, the Future Radio. I'm your host, Brother Michael Imhotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stand by, everybody. Stand by. Okay, stand by. This the broadcast is continuing from the rebroadcast that I had before the show started. So I got to end this and start this back up. It didn't do this properly. So stand